Hello, myself Sunil Ramkrishna. This is basically the 62nd number part basically, of the PHP introduction. Sorry, PHP basically. This is not introduction. In this basically, one of the person told that here is basically we are not able to include basically. We already saw what is include this that basically. Now basically the next topic is include also required also basically we saw. Now basically the file handling. Before file handling basically we will discuss one topic basically. See basically what is this. Today basically is which day, what is the date basically? 10th April 2025, right? So one of the person told that 10th April 2025 8:45 a.m. is the time. At this time basically total pregnant basically count is 3.1 crore. So in this world basically total pregnant count is 3.1 crore ladies basically as on today basically just now basically at 8:45 a.m. basically this is the count of pregnant lady. So assume that basically as on last date of world basically assume that today only world will end. So how many ladies and other will be pregnant? So this is most important number in the especially Indian ladies basically number most important. This number is the most important number on last day of world basically wherever Indian ladies are basically staying. So one of the person told why basically this Indian ladies basically condition has taken here basically. Then one of the person told that why basically you have added in this PHP basically. So that basically we are going to discuss today basically. What is this topic basically? So let's basically start this topic. It's file handling basically, right? So one of the person to say why basically PHP में मतलब ये सब मतलब you have added in PHP basically. So see basically now basically we are starting file handling. So one of the person told that what is file handling यार basically file handling file means what basically file means any file basically any types of file notepad file then the word file any file basically it can be if it is file then basically it can be in read here basically it's in programming basically so in programming basically read mode write mode update mode delete mode then the adding the line updating the line clearing the words this all basically comes into the picture that is basically by default basically what you do for example one notepad file is open in this your desktop or your laptop or your mobile basically what you are going to do or you are in smart mobile basically so you are going to by default create new file you are going to add something you are going to update something you are going to do some modification you are going to bold something you are going to do some fancy work basically in that file basically you are going to update you are going to bold you are going that basically means designing basically of the file basically. So one of the person yes we are going to do that that basically you are going to through manually basically that is through opening the notepad file creating the file saving the file in the particular hard disk at the particular location you are going to add something in the file you are going to update something you are going to delete some character going to delete some words that basically you are going to through manually basically but here it's the PHP programming basically so in PHP programming what are the basically power basically given to the PHP group basically who can basically write the file delete the file update the file change the file anything basically they can do basically so what are the basically dangerous stuff basically here so one of the person told that see basically there are basically many first basically we will see what actually the file first we will see the definition basically what actually file handling is this everything just see basically how the things are going to connect to this topic basically first we will see definition see basically file handling file handling is the most important part of the web application you basically often need to open a process so that was this is basically given in English and I basically explained in simple language. See basically PHP manipulation file. Basically PHP has several functions for creating, reading, uploading, editing files. Be careful when you manipulating file. When you are manipulating the file, be careful. You are low. You can do, sorry, you can do a lot of damage if you do something wrong. Basically common errors basically are these all things basically are, that means they want to say the filing a hard drive, filling a hard drive with garbage data, deleting this. So they want to say that basically PHP basically will damage the hard disk. Basically cloud computing is equal to hard disk only basically, because it is connecting to the certain level of hard disk. So now basically PHP function read the file basically. So this basically all are PHP code base. Sometimes basically you will not able to believe it basically. Your Word file also basically gets changed sometimes. So these all are basically going to calculate on last day of Word basically. Even basically you will not able to believe it basically. I will take one example basically from this paintbrush basically. I got one example basically. In Mumbai basically there was one person basically, he was a software professional basically. He basically came into mafia industry and into the cricket world basically. He basically connected to cricket world basically. Cricket world means how basically connected? He basically got married to one mafia industry basically. In that mafia industry they basically, do you know what they have done basically? They basically has done Nazbandi of that particular boy basically. Do you know why basically they have done? That basically is the subject basically. So one of the person to the in Mumbai basically this type of activity is a common thing basically. One person basically don't know anything, he basically his generation basically was ended. Why basically? Because mafia industry equal to parliament house. So entire parliament house basically is containing mafia group basically. So one of the person to say, how you are so 100% confidence basically. So do one thing basically, you do the background verification of this all group basically. Do the in this basically the American groups are playing more main role. Do you know how the mafia industry basically human cloning are done by the American group basically. So American group and Indian group basically, they all are basically merge, what to say basically, collaboration of, it's a partner basically of a mafia industry basically. So one of the person to the, but America is very clean basically, that's why they are clean basically, they basically clean everything. So one of the person to that, the biggest mafia industry basically in front of the world basically, that is India basically. But they have kept America in front, they have kept Europe in front, they have kept Bangladesh in front. So one of the person told that Bangladesh in front. That means you want to say the Bangladesh president or basically the prime minister basically he is from mafia industry. This everything basically is ongoing with the approval of Supreme Court and High Court basically. So one of the person to the Supreme Court and High Court basically are from mafia industry. And the whole world know this, or basically whole world don't know this, that India is the most terrorist country basically. The best example is 9/11 attack basically, which was the money basically collected from the cricket basically with the approval of Supreme Court and High Court basically. And in this American group was also basically were involved basically. So here basically one of the person told that this is what here basically, this ये मेरे को समझ में नहीं है basically. As basically today 10th April 2025 basically 3.1 crore is a pregnant lady. That is what basically. So one of the person told that on last day of world basically this will be the most important number. So in next video basically we are going to see a little bit more about this topic which is connecting to directly to PHP.